Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very warm welcome to all of you in your English class. Today we are going to have a recap of the chapter Tess Buys a Miracle from the book Broadway Course Book 4. Furthermore, we will also discuss a new exercise related to this topic. This is lecture number 3. These are our learning outcomes. By the end of today's session, inshallah, all the students will be able to read and understand the text, deduce the meanings of the given words and make sentences, and answer the questions related to the text. Let us have a recap of the lesson. Tess learned about her brother's illness. Tess decided to do something about the problem. Tess told the chemist that she wanted to buy a miracle. The chemist's brother inquired about Tess's brother. The chemist's brother went to Tess's house. The chemist's brother was a famous neurosurgeon. Tess knew the cost of a miracle. Tess learned about her brother's illness. Tess was an 8-year-old girl. She heard her parents talking about her little brother Andrew. She came to know that Andrew was sick and that her parents could not afford his treatment cost. She heard her father say, "Only a miracle can save him now." Now, what is a miracle? A miracle is an extraordinary event which is unusual as well as wonderful. Tess decided to do something about the problem. Tess thought about it. She took a jar from her cupboard which contained some coins. She counted the money carefully. She went to a drugstore. Although the chemist saw her, but he didn't pay attention to her because he was in a deep conversation with his brother who had just returned from Chicago. Tess told the chemist that she wanted to buy a miracle. When Tess didn't leave, then the chemist reluctantly asked her what she wanted. She replied that she wanted to buy a miracle. She told him that her little brother Andrew was really sick and he had something growing in his head. And her father said that only a miracle could save him. She asked the chemist the cost of a miracle because she wanted to use her own money to buy it. The chemist's brother inquired about Andrew. He was listening to the conversation. He asked Tess what kind of a miracle her brother needed. Tess explained that her mother said that Andrew needed an operation, but her father couldn't pay for it. So she wanted to use her own money. The chemist's brother asked Tess how much money she had. Tess replied that she had $1.11. The chemist's brother went to Tess' house. When Tess told the chemist's brother that she had $1.11, he replied smilingly that it is the exact price of a miracle for Andrew. He took money from her and asked her to take him to her house. He told her that he wanted to see if he had the kind of treatment her brother needed. The chemist's brother was a famous neurosurgeon. The chemist's brother was Dr. Carlton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon. Now, what is a neurosurgeon? A neurosurgeon is basically a doctor who performs medical operations on the nervous system, especially the brain. Dr. Carlton was a kind and generous man. He soon had Andrew admitted to hospital where he operated on him successfully. In few weeks' time, Andrew returned home and was having a speedy recovery. Tess knew the cost of a miracle. One day, Tess' mother, out of curiosity, said to her husband that she wondered what was the cost of Andrew's surgery. Dr. Carlton didn't take any money from them. Tess smiled to herself after hearing that. She knew the exact price of a miracle, $1.11, plus the strong faith of a little child. Exercise number 1. These words have been taken from the text. You are required to find out their meanings. Furthermore, you are required to use these words to make sentences of your own. Exercise number 2. Learn to read 1. This exercise has been taken from your book Broadway Course Book 4. You can find this exercise on page number 33. You are required to attempt this exercise in your copy. This is the remaining part of this exercise which you are required to attempt in your copy. This is exercise number 3. You are required to attempt these questions. Your answer should be short and relevant. This is your homework for today. You are required to complete exercise number 3, which has already been discussed in this lecture, in your copies. I hope you will find today's lecture both informative as well as interesting. Inshallah, in the next class, we will start a new chapter from your book Broadway Course Book 4. Until then, it is Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.